Welcome back to more 2d6 dungeon. We are just leaving town with 212 gold coins in our pocket because we are saving our money to buy some more advanced, fancier, more expensive armor. Maybe the next time or even the time after that, depending on how much money we get in the interim period. The only thing we really bought were some rations, and we spent some money at the engraver, applying Bell's Sonic Rune, I think, or something like that the name was, to our longsword of Kirby, which is now the longsword of Kirby's Bell, whatever that means. And what that allows us to do is to once per combat use one of our weapon maneuvers, which are these three here, to block like it was a piece of armor, basically. And I think that reduced the attack by 5, if I remember correctly. I've not yet made a reminder card or something like that. I'm hopeful I can just keep it in mind. But so that was our town, short summary of our town trip last time. Now we are going back into the dungeon, re-entering through the exit shaft here in the gloomy vestibule. I think this time I said it correctly. And the dungeon is already pretty much completely explored, or the dungeon level, that is. And I wanted to go through here, see if we can find maybe 1 or 2 more rooms before heading down, depending on what kind and what size room we roll. Because, I'd like to have a bit of a special room or something that fits them thematically to hold the way down. But if it doesn't come to fruition, we'll just use the second or third room, depending on how long we look. Okay. Yeah, so let's head through here and just roll up the room. And that is already just a corridor with a door. All right, great stuff. I think I'll just have that going to the left here. There we are. Go to the next room. A 4x2 with 2 doors. Interesting. This is our 14th proper room on this floor, and it's a normal sized room. 2 and a 3. Now that is a ceremonial chamber. That seems familiar. No, we did not roll that yet. Okay, because that is unique and has reinforced doors. Let's put those in. And let's quickly read what the ceremonial chamber says. This room is lined with colored tiles and ornate wooden chairs. An alarm goes up as you enter. A massive fireball shoots towards you. You dive and avoid it, but crush one random large item. And then roll on interruptions and unexpected table 3. Okay, so first of all, we have to determine the item. Now we have the twisted metal bar, or the twisted piece of plate, metal plate that is. So kinda junk items. And I guess I'll just roll a d6. Odds will be the top one, the twisted metal bar, and even will be the bottom one. That's even, so we crush the twisted piece of plate, which honestly sounds like it would hurt to land on that, to crush it, or I don't know how the logistics work on that. Apparently Grunko is made of lead himself, that he'll just crush the metal bar like that. And that's the room, except for interruptions and unexpected 3. Now again, I won't classify this as a trap, because it did not have us roll on that trap table or even make a precision check or something like that. I am just gonna, and the why I'm saying this is because we still have the trap quest, remember? So I'm saying next time we would roll on one of the trap tables for the floor. We'll try to see if we succeed with that quest. Okay, so interruptions in the unexpected table 3. 3 and a 4. A temporary ceremonial canopy has been set up here, very fitting. From it hangs beads and red thread. Below it on the ground are 2 leather cushions facing each other. As you move past it, you knock a bell that was concealed in the canopy. Okay, another alarm. Roll a d6, and on a 1 to 4, a patrol is alerted and appears, which would have us roll on the level 5 patrol table. Interesting. So a d6, let's hope. I don't know what we'd hope. Okay, in that case it's a patrol, because we are doing fine. We just came back from town, so I think if we fight or if we don't fight doesn't really matter. I think I like the fight here even to get some more XP. So level 5 patrols, we've rolled on that before. There's some tough enemies on there. I don't think we've actually yet rolled on the level 6 patrol at all. But let's roll here, 1d6, and that's a 3, that's another red guard. I think we've had some red guards on this and the previous floor as well. And I've still got the card here. Let's see, maybe like this. Okay, so just a quick reminder. So the red guard has 32 HP, gives us a pouch table 2 roll, has that plate armor, which is bad for both of our weaker maneuvers, the swooping spin and the violent cleave, so we really want to use that pummel, and has a 3 and a 6 and a 6 and a 4, which means for the 3 and the 6 we can definitely use our bell rune to block, because that matches both the swooping spin and the violent cleave, and the quick slash, the primary 6, matches the sharp pummel. So all 3, doesn't matter which one we use as far as I understand it. So we can just block one of those with a -5, which in that case will reduce that way down. And for example, the sword thrust we don't actually have armor against, because that's a primary 3 with a secondary 6, which we don't have either. So if he does the sword thrust, the first time we can block it, -5 damage. So that'll be d6 -4, which sounds very nice to me. So that rune already coming in handy. Let's attack. Oh, I think it would help if I'd give him some HP first. There we go. Okay, let's roll a double 2. Now that is just a swooping spin, which will be d6 plus 5, but because of his plate armor, only d6 plus 3. And that's a 6 in total, leaving him at 26, so still got a bit to go. Have him attack us. He only has 2 shift. Now, sadly, that's enough to do the sword thrust. So we'll use our cool new sonic ability from that rune to block that using the swooping spin maneuver dice. So this will now be d6 plus 1 -5, so d6 -4. And that's nothing. Very nice. So that usually would have done 3 damage to us, and that was now prevented thanks to that rune. I like that. 3 and a 5. Now, what does that mean for us? I think that's exactly within sharp pummel reach. Yep. So let's do that. d6 plus 7, no interrupt from him there. Ah, okay. So just a 2, but that's still 9 damage. Sorry, I'm going all quiet while marking down the HP, but I don't really want to miscount or mess that up. I kind of got to concentrate. Heaven attackers again. 1 and a 3. Now that seems bad for him. Yep, that's a miss. Round 3, let's attack. 1 and a 4. Now that is just within the blue area here, which is a violent cleave. So let's do that again. D6 plus 5 minus 2, so D6 plus 3. Another 3, so another 6 damage. And I already got confused then. He's at 11 HP. Misses. The red guard stumbles and misses their swing. You're able to counter and cause D6 damage. Sorry. And that's a 5. Very nice. So a free 5 damage, which might actually now enable us to kill him with our next attack. That was very good timing there. Not taking any damage yet, thanks to a rune. 1 and a 6. Now that... Oh no, I just thought that was a terrible roll here. But we have the bonus shift anyways, and it's the 1 down here. So that's the violent cleave again. D6 plus 3. And that's 6 damage, which for once is exactly enough. None of that leaving enemies at 1 HP business. Very nice, very clean fight, and cool stuff that we got to use our rune there. Okay, so 160 XP, which will put us at 6,134. No, actually 200. Like that. Okay, my dry erase sticky tape is like 80% working. I have to see about that. But for now that's better than our character sheet. And we roll on pouch table 2. Now, despite that only being pouch table 2 and not 3 or 4, we've gotten some good stuff from that because we had good rolls. So let's just hope we can manage again. Kinda below average. There are 2d6 plus 5 silver coins in the pouch, so let's roll the 2d6. An 8, so 13 silver coins. I'll note them down. This will put us at 18 total silver coins. And sorry, the red guard is in full glare there. That's him done. And we gotta note down the pouch as well. Let's do that quickly. And I think we'll continue on from here. I wanna do one more final room, I think. That would be nice. So let's go... Why not? Let's go down. See if that reinforced door is unlocked, which it is. See what kind of room we find. A 5 by 2. So no really big room here. And that's a dead end. So we'll just have that there like this. And I think this will be our final room. Why not? So let's roll on the normal rooms. 2 and a 3. Now that is the ceremonial chamber again. Really? Yeah. Huh. Okay, so let's re-roll that because that is unique, although I did not note that down, but it says here. So 2 and a 4, that is a prison pit. Now we had that as well, and it's also unique. So let's have another go. 3 and a 4, that's a high council. That kind of sounds familiar as well, but at this point everything does. So that's unique and has metal doors. Have we had that? I don't think so. Okay, so our last room here will be the High Council, which is unique as well. 6 high-backed black wooded chairs face each other in this shadowed council chamber. Suddenly a robed figure appears over each chair, but they shimmer and disappear. And then we roll on interruptions and unexpected 3 again, and that's all it says. Mysterious, 6 and a 3. Above you see a large pig's bladder stretched out just below the ceiling. Okay, so we had that before. I was wondering before what I'd do in that case. So it's a 2d6 table, so there's a lot of possible entries here. And I think just to keep it fresh, although this is something where we would just basically get free loot, we had that before, I'm gonna re-roll that. I don't think these interruptions are unique and you don't really keep track of them, but I think because there's so many different ones, it'd be cool to roll and get a new one every time. At least not the same one in quick succession. So a 5 and a 6. This room has a built-in closet, and inside on a bar hang 3 red robes. There are some sandals on the floor. The material is worn and no good for bandages. Anything? Okay, I think we're missing a word there. For bandages or anything else? I don't know. You can search them. Roll a d6. If you do, on a 1 to 2, you pull your hand free and it is covered in red leeches, which would have us lose 2 HP. On a 3 to 6, we roll on pouch table 1. Do we do that? Pouch table 1? On the other hand, 2 HP is really not that much to us, so let's aim for the loot there. And that's a 5, so that'll be a roll on pouch table 1, which I have open here, because that's right next to pouch table 2. A 5. There are some dried pumpkin seeds in the pouch. Been a while since we got some of those. Let's just pocket those and continue. Do I wanna... I'll put them next to the other ones here. And I don't know if we're just ever gonna use those or if we can eat those. Yeah, so let's say down in the closet here, the High Council that somehow was a closet as well is a staircase leading down. And then we'll just head down and I'll see you down on level 7. I think we'll do at least one more room. All right, let's head down here, down the stairs, arriving in the starting chamber of level 7, which this time I have put up against the left wall. Why not? And already drawn in a small starting room, just standard stuff. So I'll quickly give the short lore or flavor text description for level 7 and 8. So the level 7 menagerie and the level 8 monster maze are where the larger creatures and monsters lurk, which is worrying. So everything we've seen so far have not been the larger creatures, quote unquote. And some are managed, having been trapped, caged and brought down, and others have lived in the depths for the dungeon, before the dungeon was built, sorry. Yeah, so this will be the menagerie. And it does not introduce any new rules. Level 8 will, but level 7 does not. And we have not yet interfaced with the new rules from level 6 because we never rolled any of those room sequence rooms, which I'm a bit sad about, but I think they are not level 6 exclusive, they are from level 6 onwards, so we might find some of those here. Okay, enough talk. Let's look at the menagerie. So I think first of all we'll just go downwards from here, roll up a room, standard stuff, 4x6. Oh, that turned into a 4x2 with 2 doors. So I'll wait with the shape before we know, or until we know what the room actually is. 6 and a 1. Now that is an extraction room. This space has a table and chair to one side. On it are 3 thin metal probes and 2 bottles. Ooh, that sounds grisly. The bottles contain water and the tools seem to be for fine work. And we roll on interruptions and unexpected 4 for the first time. There we are. I put in some stairs going down just while decorating the room and realized afterwards that that's gonna be confusing because this is not actually the way down to the next level. So, but I'll be able to keep that in mind. But yeah, so that's a 4 by 6 and with the 2 doors going off there. And that's the extraction room. And I already read it out. We just roll on interruptions and unexpected table 4, which is a first, I believe. So let's do that. I'm curious what kind of interruptions we might face here. 3 and a 4, hidden in cobwebs, is a box. You see the symbol of an eye on one side. It is locked and you cannot break into it. Add Cyclops box quest. Okay, interesting. We might need to check our quest somewhere else. Give me a moment. Okay, so now we have the trap quest and the Cyclops box quest. And I'll finish reading out the entry here. So we add that quest. And when in the presence of a Cyclops, which is apparently an enemy, at least it's written in all caps here, the box starts ticking. And you can then use a round of combat to throw it at the Cyclops and cause 3d6 plus 6 damage, which is a lot. Otherwise, it stops. Interesting. So, seems like a targeted bomb at Cyclopses. Cyclopi. I don't know what the plural of Cyclops is. Alright, but that's everything in this extraction room, I assume. And it's got wooden doors leading off of it. Put one here and put one here. Let's head maybe downwards from there, and then that'll be our last room, since the extraction room didn't hold that much. So a 3 by 2 with a door. And that will be a small room. Let's see what the level 7 small rooms table holds for us. 2d6, a 3, a tool slot, which is not unique. Tool slot. Set into the wall here are a spade and a pitchfork. They are held in place by a leather strap and bone toggle. So I'm guessing you can take those. So I'll note those down, maybe as large items. A spade and a pitchfork, if we ever need to dig anything. And they're held together by a leather strap and a bone toggle. And that's that. Okay. Yeah, I think this will be a quick one for today, and I'm going to end it here. So we've already made use of our bell rune, and that protected us from taking damage, which resulted in us taking no damage at all this video. And we've made our way down to level 7, explored 2 rooms, and we'll continue on from there next time. Okay, see you then.